HBF Church family, it's Brian. Just wanted to come to you today and just encourage you to be praying for the upcoming deacon installation. It'll be Sunday night, 6 o'clock here at HBF. Looking forward to that. Also be praying for Randy and Tom as they join Doug and Bethany in Cambodia this week, and also their journey into Vietnam. So that's going to be an exciting opportunity to see what God does there. Also, just to encourage you to pray for this coming Saturday, April 22nd. There's going to be 1 million believers assemble in South Africa, praying for reconciliation, for the problems that they're having there in South Africa. And if you don't know about that situation, just kind of update you a little bit. Our own Desiree Van Niekerk, her sister and brother-in-law were brutally attacked for no other reason than identity politics. There's open persecution, unfortunately, of white residents in South Africa by a fringe segment of people involved in identity politics that were in essence calling for genocide openly. And unfortunately, there are people willing to take them up on it. And so Desiree's family has been touched by it. Her brother-in-law was murdered. Her sister-in-law is recovering after having her throat slit from ear to ear, and her jugular fortunately was spared, and God spared her life, and God is using her in South Africa as a healing agent now. But it's been an incredibly difficult time, and I think you guys are privy to that and are praying for Desiree and her family. So one of the more productive things we could do as Christians is just pray that the devil doesn't have an advantage. As we get closer to the end times, you're going to continue to see more of this sort of thing, with nation rising against nation, the polarizing, and then the dividing of peoples by such shallow things as race. We know that when Jesus died on the cross, he didn't die for red and yellow, black or white in particular. He died for the human race, and all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And so Christians can't be foolish enough to fall into that trick. And so praise God for all the wonderful believers in South Africa, regardless of whatever race, ethnicity they come from. God's people are alive and well in South Africa, so let's join them in prayer for their nation as it's being torn apart through identity politics. And of course, as Saturday rolls around, it might not hurt to pray for our own nation, as there's a lot of things going on, and some of the similar tactics are used here, even in the United States. And of course, above and beyond political agendas, we know that we have an adversary, the devil, and he would love to minimize the influence of the gospel. So let's continue to preach the gospel. Had a great Easter weekend, great time at HBF. Let's come into this Sunday ready to go, loving God, loving people. And I'll remind you too that the last weekend this month is April 30th, is the Lord's Supper. So let's continue to prepare our hearts and be ready for that, and look forward to a great summer as we launch out into to the end of this year and into the summer months. Look forward to all that God is and will be doing in and through us. So God bless you guys. Have a great week, and we'll catch you Sunday, if not before.